Hi, my name is Dr. Connie. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a proper decompressive exercise for your low back. I found much success for my patients as well as for myself in this, especially when you are feeling extra tight in your low back. The props that we'll need is a yoga block, a standard yoga block like this, and then a yoga strap will be very helpful. So first we're going to start out on our back. And just go ahead and lift your bottom up and place this block so that the tip end towards your head lands sort of at the base of your low back, sort of supporting your sacrum or the tailbone area, right? So this is your pelvis, and then if you lift and then lay it down, you'll immediately kind of feel secure. It kind of pulls the bottom of the spine away from the crown of the head, and it really immediately feels really good. And you can just kind of set your spine in place and kind of play with it to make sure it works for you, and that you feel stable. So first, we're just going to warm up our spine by keeping our feet shoulder width apart, and then we're going to go ahead and gently bridge up. 1, 2, 3, and down. Bridge up, 1, 2, 3, and down. Bridge up, 1, 2, 3, and down. Make sure you're putting nice steady weight through your feet. 1, 2, 3, and down. It helps to press the length of the arm down so you're engaging the back of your shoulders to promote that nice posture. And down. And feel free. This morning I was working with my patient, you know who you are. He said that it felt really good to hold it up here for a little bit. And it really gets everything around your hips and your low back to kind of stabilize and kick in. And it really stretches the front side of your hips, which is your hip flexor, that we don't normally stretch in this way. Up, 1, 2, 3, and down. Do 12 of them, and you can feel free to do 3 sets, okay? That's 1. After that, what I want you to do is between sets. So you did 12, and then I want you to keep your feet together, and then just allow your knees to fall apart, fall to the side, right? Opening your hips. And some of you might have a little bit of tightening on one side over the other, but it just really feels really good to just be here because my low back is being pulled down because of this block where it's placed, allowing for really decompression of your low back, and those muscles tend to get like really tight, especially if you're working a lot during the day or straining your back by lifting things or sitting for a long period of time. So this allows for nice hip stretch here, and then you're going to go ahead and do that set again, right? 12 of these, 1, 2, 3, and down. Keeping the firm pressure down to the back of your arms onto the floor or wherever you're doing this. I prefer that you do it on a firm surface. Up, 1, 2, 3, and down. Up, 1, 2, 3, and down. Make sure that you keep your abdominal muscles nice and engaged, that you're not flaring about, right? So there's a lot of control here. Lots of leg muscles, stretching of my hips, and really core stabilizing and down in my buttocks and also my arms. So this is a nice little exercise. And those of you who have issues with the neck, feel free, if this is very uncomfortable, feel free to place a pillow underneath your head and down. So 12 of these again, and then keep your feet together and open your knees out to the side. So you have this nice opening of the hip. Don't force this. This is a nice, comfortable stretch. You're just going to be here about 15 seconds each time. And so you do the bridging, and then you do this hip stretch in between, and then repeat that 3 times. So 3 stretches and 3 reps of 12, okay? Last one is staying on the block. You're going to place the right ankle on top of the left knee, just like this. For some of you, this might be enough, but for those of you who can, bring this knee up and pull the left knee. You see, notice how my left knee is bent. This is a good piriformis stretch and really gets into this hip. So don't strain yourself by going too much, but just enough to where you feel a good stretch in the right hip is the goal. And keeping our pelvis up like this on a block allows for a little bit more, it's easier and it's harder. So it's however way you want to consider this, but keeping the block right here allows, again, for that nice opening in your low back, especially for those of you who are extra tight. And bring that left foot down. You're going to hold that stretch for about 15 seconds. You're going to do the exact opposite. Left ankle on top of the right knee, and then you're going to bring the left knee up, thread your hands between your legs or thighs, and pull on the back of the right knee further towards you. Make sure that your pelvis is square right on top of this yoga block on your back. So make sure if you need to move the yoga block in such a way to kind of create this nice comfortable stretch or stability, it's supposed to provide you with a nice sense of stability on your low back, would be a good thing. And don't be surprised if one side of the hip is a lot tighter than the other. So you're going to hold for 15 seconds and release. You're going to repeat that 3 times on each leg. Lastly, I'm going to bring this, use a strap, and I'm going to place the strap on the arch of my foot. Take it straight up, and then keeping my knee straight, I'm going to pull it down to get this nice stretch on the back of my thigh. And again, because I have my pelvis propped up on a yoga block, it really allows for a little bit more stretch in the back, really isolating and really eliminating the fascial tightness that often happens because of your pelvis being flush to the floor, right? So this provides a nice, safe stretch, and also allows for the sciatic nerve to kind of have a nice, safe stretch, stretchy-like feel on the back of your leg, going all the way down to your foot. You're going to hold that for about 15 seconds, and then let's switch. And make sure the opposite knee stays bent, and then doing the same thing here. And again, often there's going to be a significant difference side to side. This left leg is always my tighter side, so I'm feeling a lot of stretch and strain on the back. It feels really good because of, again, my pelvis is being propped up against or on top of the yoga block. So toes down towards your face, keeping your knee nice and straight, and just pulling and holding for 15 seconds. And release. And I want you to do that 3 times on each leg. Thanks for joining me.